Good morning. This is a Trigger Point Pilates easing out stretch. Now what happens when you wake up? How do you feel? So many feel stiff in their lumbar, stiff in their lower back, often stiff on one side. So we're going to do some moves which will help you and which are going to help your clients to just feel they can function for the day. What I would love you to also add is a hot and a cold shower. Cold water is fantastic for stimulating the circulation and for just getting right in there. This is only half an hour, so we're going to go straight into this now. Excuse my voice, I think I need a bit of water. Hold on. Trying to get my teaching voice back. Yes, I'm very husky first thing in the morning. Okay, now, so often, as I say, we're going to focus on tightness. Tightness is often out your sleeping position, and it's very much if you sleep on the side or straight on your back. If you lie on your back and you're quite nidotic, like me, I've got this massive curve, which is actually quite natural. It's quite natural for my build. You will tighten up around the discs, L5 and in sacral 1 area. You will tighten up there. And then often, as I say, the thorax at the side, your QL. If you're lying on the side that's on top, that rolls forward, even if you've got a pillow underneath your knee, rolls forward, will actually, this will shorten, but this is the side that's going to complain. This side will kind of be this constant holding position. So, what do? Some base moves. Let me take these off. Some base moves. And the base moves, think about our old mobilizing days. We seem to have lost this. We seem to have lost this in so many workouts as well, which is why we've got TPP fitness moves to add into step and conditioning and aerobics and dance. Just keep your hands side of your pelvis, circle the hips, just circling the lumbar. In the contemporary dance days, hip circles were so common in our warm-up, so common. And then in Pilates classes, we used to do mobilization, which is what's going on right now. You will feel, as you're doing this, movement from your waist, in theory, from the side of your hips, just above, all along that tight part of your transverse and other muscles, multifidus, all of that's in there. Now take the hands, circle both ways. Take the hands to the knees, circle the ankles. If your ankles lock, they will stiffen. The stiffening will start to go up through the legs and will affect the pelvis, and that will affect the back. So we're circling. Very, very simple. In exercises like martial arts, Qigong, you will see this happen. Rocking the pelvis, pushing the feet through. Remember the Jane Fonda days? I'm going to step back for this one. Just think of reaching and reaching. But bend the knee, bend that knee, reach, and reach, and reach. And then take your reaches in a slight diagonal, but keep that knee bent. So you're bending and reaching. You're bending and reaching. Bending that knee. Don't worry about turning the knee out. Just bend. And then start to take it back up again. Not fast, not bouncing. Just ease. Okay. So now you feel the tight sides. You might feel more on this side. You might feel more on that side. Often here, right here, deep inside through the layers of the tissue of the glutes. Let's take those away. Let's go into that piriformis area. Often there, we have got issues. Just just going to move this down. I want you to see, you can use the wall. I'm not going down to the floor yet. 2 balls on the pelvis. And why we're not going to the floor is because a lot of your clients who may be so stiff don't want to get up and down from the floor yet. Sitting, ball is here, right in the glute muscles. And you know, fascially it will affect all sorts of parts of the glutes and layers of the tissue. So just working there, feel the top of your leg bones, you feel the top of the leg bones pushing into the ball. Just ease and ease and ease. So any client can do this at home. Any client can do this instead of talking to the kids at breakfast. Any client can be up on the wall before they sit down in that desk and do these sort of exercises. And then very small knee bends, but I really want you to, don't go to an anterior tilt, posterior. Posterior, so think of pubic bone drawing up towards you. Pubic bone coming up towards you here. Very simple. And then you may find, yeah, and this is happening to me now, I want the ball to come up even more. So I'm here, and as I'm rolling, I'm wanting to aim to here, to just that point, where your point of your PSIS, your posterior, anterior, superior, EX spine. You're feeling it's like a release. It's like, oh yes. Oh, let's do that more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Take the balls up to your dimples, the PSIS. Or ASIS, too early in the morning. These things happen to me, not just you. All right, rotate, rotate. Focus, what's going on? My tighter side is here. I've been sleeping on this side. So this side has pulled. Definitely, I always sleep on my left side, and then this shoulder complains. And think of wrapping round. The ball's going to come round. I don't know if you can see, I've chosen yellow balls. It's coming round. And then take it a little bit higher. Small bends. Very subtle. Lots of body weight going into the wall. Lots of body weight going in here. And then turn. Oh, and then turn. And then turn. I have to tell you, fabulous, fabulous. Now, almost putting the balls together, but you're definitely up in those dimples. Reach, let the legs straighten, and then let the body sink. Pubic bone is meeting the rib cage. And then reach, and then down. Pubic bone is scooping up here. Yep. And then reach, and then down. Then ease forward, you're not going to lose the balls. Back. And then ease forward. So you really, it can be quite tender, it can be quite spiky. Just ease forward, and then back. And a little bit more of a bend, a little bit more of a bend, and then take it away. Forget about the balls for a moment. Now just see how you're feeling. Just ease. Has that got easier to do? Do you remember Mad Lizzie? Bend the knees. She was my time, I was her time. Motivating myself, I was the LBT woman then. Open. Let's bring the feet in. Now you're going to focus rotation, but very soft. Focus on your breathing. Focus on your feet. Can you pull your toes up towards you? Can the toes go down? Can you rock? Can you pump? Can you walk? Yes, you're feeling good. I hope so. So from here, our first stretch. Take it over. Find, you might want to use a wall. Bending. Releasing. Add that rotation. Take it over. Bending. I'm not looking up. Releasing. Add that rotation. Bending a little bit more. Stretching. Now look up, and you might find you can go a centimetre or two more. Let the head go down. Come back in. Release. Just release. Do a roll down. Check. You're going to actually feel longer on that side of the body. Fascially, we have lengthened. Then roll up. Other side. And it's not about how much you lunge here. It's about telling the neuro system, telling that brain, it's okay. Let's let go a bit. Ease over. And I'm going to give you another exercise. If you find you're not getting much change, you're still very spasmy, or your client is. Hand can be support, or you can be hanging. When you hang, you're giving more weight. When the head's going down, you're pulling more weight. And then turn. Very simple. And I want to tell you something, your clients often want simple things. Let the head turn, and then suddenly there's that stretch. You may be using your body weight onto the elbow, into the thigh. Head goes back down, pull up, and turn. Let's do that one once when my ankle's just cracked. I don't know about yours. Take it over, hanging, don't turn to the floor. This hip is going straight to the wall in front of you. Then turn the head. Then come back in. Let's see how we're feeling. And then release. So I'm going to do something for the pelvis. Oh, that's so good. So here you may find that you can go into your beautiful down dog positions. You can get your elbows down to the floor. We want that lengthening in the spine. When you're asleep, I'm not going to look up. When you're asleep, everything from your head right down to the sacrum is actually, it's not doing much. It's shortening. It's at rest. But it's just kind of, it's not stretching out, it's not moving, is it? So that's why you are stiff. And then rolling up. Our body likes us to move, which is why it forces us to toss and turn at night time as well. Our neuro system says, enough lying on the side, let's switch to the other side. Okay, I hope we're feeling looser here, but we're still going to do some more pelvis work. Find your ball again. Find two balls. Find a dimple. You actually should all have, you've got your gluteal muscles, they should be developed. And then you will find the IT band and the tensor fasciitis, you get this little dimple point, this dip into you. One ball there, one wall. Don't have the foot right next to the wall. Allow yourself to lean. There we go, 1, 2. This leg's not doing very much. I'm doing all the weight into that ball. See what I'm doing? Push down. This leg is really not doing very much. Take the leg behind you. And my hip has just gone crack. It's just gone pop. The popping is the top of the femur, inside your pelvis. Doing a little bit of rotation and movement. Let the knee roll in. Let the knee roll out. Let the knee roll in. What's worse for you, out or in? One more time. Going in on this side. Find the arm, find the head. Yes. Sometimes you have to use your weight of your head. Stretch, and then weight back into this leg. Take those balls away, and you might feel that you've gone up. You've got longer on that side compared to the other side. I want you to do that roll down now. Rolling down, bending the knees, straightening the legs. This one is flowing. Exhale, lift the toes, rolling up. You might want to walk around. Should we do the other side? So all these moves, if actually helping your clients, they'll love you afterwards, especially if they've got to go and sit in the car and drive to work, which they are now. So you're going to the other side of your pelvis. Remember at the point, the indentations. Everybody does have that. Everyone does have that. Whatever shape or size, they will have. If they prod into their body, they'll go, oh, I do go in. So, the leg of the foot is not next to the wall. You are here. Take the leg behind. This is quite an interesting one for me because I'm quite short on this side regarding the leg and the hip. Little bend. Do you see I'm giving myself support on the wall? Little bend. Your tailbone's down, you're not sticking forward, you're not pushing your belly forward. Your tailbone is down. Woo! When I go down, it really gets me. This might be your point now. This might not be. This might feel very different for you. It may feel totally different for your client. One of the biggest mistakes teachers do, well, I don't feel it. Never ever say that, because you don't know what your class members and you don't know what your teachers feel. We all need that extra fascia help. It's hanging, head's not down. Keep the mouth closed. Woo, let it press, let it press. In clinic, my elbows, point of my elbow would be working here. Not down the IT band, but just at the point of the tensor fasciolator to help my IT band. And then come up, take those balls again. Circle the hips now, as you're doing Zumba. How's that feel? Swing the spine. Rotation. How does that feel? The Mad Lizzie moments. Extending. 70s workout reaching. Contemporary dance reaching. Releasing. Lift your toes. Pilates. TPP Pilates. Roll down. So we have the toes lifted. Let the knees soften. Lift the toes. Rolling up. Tuck under. So you're not pushing your chest forward. That's me pushing my chest forward. That is me tucking under. Tuck under. I'm going to adjust the camera because we're going down onto the floor. Last section. It's only a short workout, this. So there we go. Just going on towards the floor. I think you can see the mat. You can see the mat. You can see the mat. Grab your roller. I'm using a roller. At this point, I want you to hitch your top of your femur over the roller. I want you to sit on it. And you know, clients can have a rolled up towel. There we go. And this also helps people with very tight hamstrings. We often sit on the balls, but sometimes they need a little bit more of adjustment going on. Now, if you just sit on that roller now, you will feel around the anal passage, the back passage, you will feel your gluteal muscles. Now put the legs down. You're likely to feel underneath the knees. It's not about sitting there with the legs right turned out. And check when people turn out, they're not rolling their feet in. If they're rolling into it, they're too wide. So just sit, hold. So not like this. Pull your heels off the floor. Hyperextend on the back of the knee. Feel that. Let it go. Bend one knee. Heel off. And in. Heel off. And heel off. A few seconds, we're building on these exercises. And in. So someone who's very, very tight in the lumbar spine, or they have issues with the pelvis, they find they can't sit up when on the floor. You often see them like this, plonk them on a roller, and suddenly they feel, oh, I can sit up. It really will help them. And the more you can do that for them, the more their core will adjust itself. We did a lot of work on that wall, but that core will adjust itself and allow itself to say, don't stay like that. Neurofascia to the brain, I'm okay like this. So yes, rotations. Someone who's very stiff, the rotation might be very small. They may need to bend the knee, or the leg is long. Now, see what happens when you rotate to one side. What's going on this side? I want to roll in. This is my youngest operated leg, and it really gets me on the synopsis nerve. If you don't know where the synopsis nerve is, have a look. I'm just giving you a hint. Rotation, and in, and in. Holding those knees. Lifting the chest, slowly ease forward. And you're lifting up, the pelvis is arching. And then you're releasing, then you're rounding, it's going the other way. So you're going, focusing on your posterior. And I want you to feel it's going up your spine, going forward. Extension. One or two of you may want to get your nose on the floor. That's all right, but it's not all right if you've got SI joint problems. It means you're not stable. You're hypermobile. What's happening to the knees? Relax the feet. What's happening to the knees? Take the legs down. Lean over one leg. Can you find the knee? Can you climb, reach to the toe? This hand is stopping them from rolling off. Other side. Rotation. Release. Now should we roll off? Or should we do a little bit more? Last bit. Finding the ball. Balls everywhere. Finding the ball. Put the ball, your Achilles, your gastrocnemius and the soleus are all meeting each other. Find that point of tenderness. And that point is where they're weaving into each other there. And if you need to bend this leg and take it out of the way, absolutely fine. Just let it roll. But I want you to do something else. This hand to the floor. Stretch away from this leg. Let the ball roll, pull the muscle in. Stretch away and then back. Hands for body support. Do not do this without support. Don't be clever. And then release. And I'll take that leg down and take this leg down. Let's do the other side. I'm going faster because of time. Other side. Rocking in. Rocking in. Rocking in. See, I'm pulling the muscle around. I've actually got a strap on my Achilles at the moment. And I have to tell you, it's referring right up into my groin. Because when I walk on sand, on a slant, this leg didn't quite like it. This leg was fine. This one was going, I'm not sure about this yet. Okay, hands. You're not going really backwards, think of just pulling up to the corner of the room. And again. And up. Corner of the room. And up. Now that ball is really wrapping this muscle around. It's doing this fascia stretch. There's a fascia stretch. Well, everything I've been doing is stretching the fascia. Well, we don't stretch. We're stimulating, we're gliding the fascia, but your clients would think of stretch, a language they understand. Use languages they understand. So how is that? Last 3 seconds. Last 3 seconds. 2 balls. This is in your mat work one. Reach low. You can stretch this leg out. I'm having to move mine because of space. Elbow to the floor. Reach high. If you find your client can't move, lean. Come back, lean, come back. If you've got a dancer that you're working with, if you're as flexible as we all know we are, right over, or lean, and come back. You might notice that your leg does not want to roll in at all now. Let's do the other side. And you know your IT band weaves into about here. Going to tensor fascia lighter. Going to the side of that leg. Bend the knees. Oh, yeah, I can stretch. Okay, leaning forward. I'm just going to adjust a little bit for me. And say that, don't forget to tell your clients they can adjust, if they feel they need to move. Elbow, assist, it's my assisting part. Elbow, assist. So if the client can't stretch or move very well, just ease and up. Ease, if they want to adjust, take the ball further in. Oh, I wanted to do that. I wanted to do that. Right in. And then come off. You can get them up any way you want. So if we're going to do a cobra, we're going into downward dog, we're going to roll up. They might not want to lie on the floor at all after all of this. They might just want to come straight up. That's okay. Ease back. Stretch your leg. Always stretch out. Even stretch out sideways if you want to, which is great for anyone who has had a hip hop or a knee op. This one's quite hard for me to do on this leg. And then the days when I used to get the elbows to the floor might come back. I don't know. Might come back. And then coming up. Let's change the camera angle. Just for a second. I want you to make sure that you can see everything I'm doing. There we go. And only 2 minutes left. So how are we feeling? How are our feet feeling? That's what I want you to go to now. just a second. This is when you can roll like you know about rolling. And then push into the heel. See how I'm lifting the toe right up? Lifting that toe right up. And then try and curl around that foot without getting cramp. And then push. Let's wake up the ligaments in our feet. Push. Curl, grip. And massage. Other side. So you're rocking and rolling. So anyone who complains of heavy feet, tightness in the ankle, plantar fasciitis, simple moves like this. Bending the knee, pushing into the heel, reversing. Men and ladies likely to get cramp in their feet, just to let you know, quite normal, there's nothing wrong. Press and release. And then you can give them a final roll down. So all I'm going to do now is just say if you have any questions, put them in the message box and I'll be there. I've got big apologies when we didn't manage to get the filming. Yesterday the Wi-Fi had a real problem. I don't know if it was rain, I don't know if it was coming back to London, I don't know if it was BT. We had real Wi-Fi problems for me. So this is why you've got this now. I will be doing a lot more of these sort of mini sessions for all you fantastic instructors out there on Boom TV, Fit Camps World, and then the Trigger Point Pilates membership, which discounted you get at £12 a month, which is incredible value. Stretch. I know you can't quite see me. Roll down. Do you remember what we started with? Hip circles. I'm on the run now. Knee circling. Up. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. And I'm going to say goodbye to you. In theory, I'm handling 2 computers, so thank you. There we go. Bye.